Conspiracy theories lurk all over the internet and covering a wide variety of topics, from the idea that the moon landings were fake to the belief that our planet Earth is flat. Often believers will readily dismiss any and all evidence that contradicts such claims and suggest that witnesses or experts who dispute the ideas are simply part of the conspiracy. As a general rule, people don't like being unable to make sense of things. We are curious and we want to understand the world around us. In the past, science couldn't explain many of the phenomena humans encountered, and so the easiest and most efficient response to an unanswerable question was to credit an omnipotent or nescient higher power. Science is now able to answer many of the questions that once stumped us, and while we don't always have the answers, more than at any point in our history, we have the capacity to accurately explain and understand all manner of phenomena. With that in mind, why do people believe in conspiracy theories? Even when there is a mountain of evidence to show that they are incorrect. Why are conspiracy theories so, prevalent today? And what exactly is a conspiracy theory? A conspiracy theory is a belief that two or more actors have coordinated in secret to achieve an outcome, and that exposing this conspiracy is of public interest. This interpretation is supported by Hugo Droken, if that's pronounced correctly, who is a professor of political theory at the University of Nottingham in the UK. At its core, a conspiracy theory is a belief that there is a small group of shadowy people who control everything in the world. This is why we get conspiracy theories about climate change being a hoax. It's because conspiracy theorists believe this nefarious group wants to control us. And this is what Droken said in a study. So, how do such theories grow and prosper? What makes someone or a group of people adamant that they're being lied to and that they're being deliberately misled by concealed truth twisters? Conspiracy theories begin with us trying to understand complex events, arguably offer simple solutions to complex problems. Such notions often flourish when people need answers in times of stress. Conspiracy theories tend to emerge when important things happen that people want to make sense of. For example, in times of crisis, when people feel worried and threatened, they grow and thrive under conditions of uncertainty. It is difficult to argue all conspiracy theories are malicious. More often than not, conspiracy theories stem from people just wanting to try and make sense of difficult situations. In terms of what makes a particular theory spread, a number of elements need to be in place. To achieve popularity and longevity, a conspiracy theory requires some unique ingredients coming together. The event or overarching issue needs to be significant. The conspirators need to be realistic, i.e., a tightly formed group, and the ground needs to be fertile. A conspiracy theory needs to appeal directly to people who will be willing to believe it, exactly at a time when they're most likely to believe it. And there needs to be a group or organisation to blame. Let's take COVID-19 as an example. It is a significant event that people are trying to understand. The ground was fertile because COVID bred feelings of uncertainty and anxiety. These aspects meant conspiracy theories grew and thrived. Conspiracy theories about 5G's purportedly detrimental impact on human health have existed for a while, but in 2020 the theory went from a fringe to a mainstream belief when the narrative was applied to COVID-19. And This is a perfect example of a conspiracy theory existing for some time, but only being able to flourish when people are feeling vulnerable and are open to believing something they might otherwise dismiss. In April 2020, an article reported that baseless theories about 5G and COVID resulted in more than 100 incidents in a month in the UK alone, which included a wireless tower in Birmingham being set ablaze. And of course, nobody can be expected to take everything they read or hear at face value. So, what distinguishes a conspiracy theorist from someone who is merely skeptical? The difference for conspiracy theorists is that no amount of new information will challenge the core belief. But why do people fall for and ultimately cling to certain conspiracy theories? What is the allure of believing in something that is outlandish or implausible, even in the face of contradictory evidence? We desire to feel in control, feel certain, and feel close to those similar to us. And a conspiracy theory can enable this. Research suggests that a majority of people, 65%, regard themselves as having above average intelligence, something researchers attribute to people's tendency to overrate one's cognitive abilities. And this lack of self awareness, as well as confirmation bias and exposure to echo chambers, could also play a role. Once a belief forms, people are keen to defend it. They're likely to digest content that supports that belief and seek to discredit information that is not supportive. Coupled with a worldview centered on distrust towards others, you can see how someone can find themselves down the rabbit hole. You'll find conspiracy theorists across all walks of life, but there are some who are more susceptible. Some researchers say it's about exclusion or a feeling of exclusion, maybe not having a job or being single. Sometimes we say religious people are more likely to believe in conspiracy theories because they adopt a Manichaean view of the world, like good versus evil. But I think it's more complicated than that. It's often about being in a minority position. If you are highly religious in a secularized world, you're more likely to believe in conspiracy theories. If you're highly atheist in a religious world, you'll also be susceptible. We all have the potential to fall foul of conspiracy theories if the conditions are right. Research suggests people are attracted to conspiracy theories when one or more psychological needs are frustrated. The first of these needs are epistemic, related to the need to know the truth and have clarity and certainty. The other needs are existential, like which are related to the need to feel safe and to have some control over things that are happening, and social, related to the need to maintain our self-esteem and feel positive about the groups that we belong to. Because of this, no one is entirely immune from the lure of conspiracy theory. Anyone can fall prey to conspiracy theories if they have psychological needs that are not being met at any particular time. Just a quick thank you for joining me at the pond today. I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully see you again. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.